Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about Dracula, Dead and Loving It, and what that has to do with biblical wisdom. Hello and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from Devoted Geeks, where devoted is letting people know that they are loved. I am Celeste, and we are so glad that you have hit play today. If you haven't been around us, if you don't know this, even if you know it, we want you to know that you're loved. So, hey, even if you don't watch past this point, we love you. This is the start of Fangtober. Super excited about this because I like vampire stories. I think they're fun, especially when they're funny. I think that's really humorous. So, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I hope Dallas is excited. I hope I'm not the only one that's excited. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. All month long, we're going to be talking about vampires on all of our platforms. So don't forget to check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and our Twitch, as well as our website. We're going to have some really cool content on the website. We have several people who are contributing to this month. It's going to be great, guys. And I cannot wait for you to hear everything that we have in store for you. So today's devotion is based off the Mel Brooks Dracula, Dead and Loving It, which in stereotypical Mel Brooks form is hysterical. Probably not one of his funniest movies, but it's definitely funny. Dracula, Dead and Loving It is a humorous retelling of the original Dracula story with Leslie Nelson playing Dracula. And it's, like I said, it's real funny, guys, but there was this one scene that really kind of stood out, not because of the humor, because it was the classic gag type humor, but because it's kind of applicable to our lives. See, Dracula was trying to get a girl named Mina to come out of her room so he could make her his bride. Bad idea. Normally, common sense would tell you, don't go to the vampire when he calls you. It's a bad idea. Mina also had a nurse in the room with her to try, protect her. That, and this is I don't know what type of century. It's the 18th century, something where, grown women had nurses in the room. I don't know. And so Dracula causes the nurse to fall asleep and then tells Mina to come here. Well, there was a little bit of confusion as to which woman he was talking about. And it really was a lack of wisdom going on when all of this was happening, because anybody could tell he was talking to Mina, and anybody could tell that normally you don't go to the vampire. It's just a bad idea. But while they were under his thrall, they were not using the wisdom that you normally would use. Over on Facebook, we've been doing a Bible study on Proverbs every week, Tuesday nights, 6:30, just saying. And we've been going through Proverbs. Well, this week we went through Proverbs 9, and it was basically summing up the differences between biblical wisdom and folly. And the difference is basically life and death. Wisdom brings life, folly brings death. That's a very quick summation, but it works. So when Mina was under Dracula's thrall, she was not using wisdom. This was not something that was happening. And as Christians, we should strive to have biblical wisdom. And not just so that we don't become Leslie Nelson's bride. That's not the only reason. There's other things that are folly, that are issues in us, and that are not wise, that we should keep into account as we go through our daily lives. There are things that you may be doing that you're like, it's fine, but while it may be fine, it might not be wise. Because there is a difference between that's okay and that's wisdom. So my challenge for you this week is this. Are you exercising biblical wisdom? Are you seeking it out? Are you putting yourself in situations where you can gain wisdom? Or are you just kind of, I'm going along and I'm doing the thing and not really seeking out the wisdom that you need? Okay, guys, that was your devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it challenges you. Don't forget that we have Comm Talk. Not sure who's this week, but something's coming out this week for Comm Talk. We're going to be having at least 2 Comm Talk episodes one PRM, one regular Comm Talk about vampires. So, to fit in with Fangtober. Also, don't forget that we have backlog golf going on our Discord. It's a lot of fun. We're only 2 weeks in, so if you want to jump in, totally still can. You can jump in the last week if you want. You just won't have much of a chance of winning unless you read really, really fast. So it's a lot of fun. We have a friend who just finished Les Miserables, which is a beast of a book. So it was cool because she'd been like, it's killing me. And we're like, you could do it. And then she did it, and we're like, you did it! So, yeah, it was fun. Okay, it is now time for the question of the week. The week! Question of the week is this. What is your favorite vampiric character shown in media? I tend to lean to the funny stuff, so I really like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I like Spike. I think Spike's funny. Don't like Spike in later seasons, but that's different because Spike got dark rather than funny. When he was just a smart mouth. Much better. I also like Blade, but that's just because vampire killing a vampire is pretty cool to me. So.
F vampire.
Same diff. Okay guys, with all that being said, stay devoted.
Peace and love.